Okay, this is going to be a bit more of a serious video. So, I was talking to my brother earlier about business. Now, I'm not a successful businessman yet, but I do know a few things. There are things that I have learned. And I think one of the most important things when it comes to starting a business isn't necessarily the business itself, as it is the businessman. So, in order to create a successful business, you have to become a businessman first. Businessman first, business second. You have to build yourself up. You need to invest in yourself. So read, meditate, journaling. Fucking, it blows my mind that not everyone journals. Like, it's so crucial if you want to be successful at anything, you have to journal and read. But especially journal. Because that's like your roadmap. That's like what's telling you where to go. Like, we're going in this direction. It's kind of like your mind talking. It kind of gets your thoughts organized when you journal. And I feel like those habits and putting value in your investing in yourself to become the highest valued human being possible, becoming the best human being, automatically by default makes you better at business. Now, let's say I want to start okay, I'm an artist. Let's say I want to start a drawing business. I have the option to buy a drawing book or a business book. Neither of these would be a bad option. I would go with the business book though, because at least first, eventually I'd get this book once I start my drawing business, but start off with a business book because you want to become a businessman before you make a business. Because if you start off with just the business, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to crumble because you're too focused on the business itself that the structural integrity just isn't there. But if you become a businessman first, not only could you make an art business, but you can also make a let's say like a music business because they both require the same skills of being a good businessman first. Build your vessel first before you start taking action on these things. Make sure you build yourself first. And honestly, part of that could be just starting the business. That could be a form of like building yourself up. So I'm not saying don't start ever. I'm saying focus less on the business itself and more on yourself as a human being, as an individual. You want to become a capable individual. So then you're not overly reliant on this business idea that you have. Like if I put everything into art, like I do so much art research and everything, and I somehow make a successful art business and that crumbles, where do I go now? I'm not a businessman. I'm not a good businessman, so I can't just make another business. That was my one thing. That's why you need to become a highly valuable human being first. So how do you do that? It's fucking simple. Like you just adopt the habits of successful people, of these entrepreneurs. And fucking I'm telling you, every single successful entrepreneur has been journaling. All of them. You need to start journaling or else you're not going to go anywhere. Like journaling and reading are the two most important things I think. I believe those are the two most important things, especially journaling. When you write something on paper, you can type it, I guess, but like it's better if you just write it down. And once you write it down, it solidifies more in your head, and you're more likely to sort of manifest that mindset in a way. It solidifies in your mind. It's not like kind of like in your subconscious, and like it brings it to the front and it makes you really think about it. And your thoughts do affect your actions. I mean, obviously, like, we decide when we do things, but what I'm saying is your mindset, how you think, determines your success. If you journal and you write down, "Oh, I'm nothing, I'm worthless," and all this shit, you're not gonna accomplish anything. But if you write down, "My goal is this, and I'm gonna do this, this, and that. I am going to do this," you're more likely to get that done simply because you wrote it down. It fucking It's absurd how more people aren't doing this. Like, it's so simple. To just become what you want to become, you have to adopt the habits of those who are already there. The millionaire wakes up early. The millionaire journals. The millionaire reads. And if you think this is bullshit, try living like a fucking useless person. You're gonna become useless. You go out and eat fast food, your mental health goes to shit. You stop fucking working on anything. You're gonna be useless. Like, because those are the habits of a fucking useless person. They don't do anything except instant gratification all the time. That's all they fucking do. That's why they're useless. You just need to adopt these habits. Become a businessman first before you start the business. Or at least prioritize yourself over like the brand. Because your vessel, that's all you have. This is it. Because even though your whole business could crumble, but you still have yourself. You still have the value that you have put into yourself. You still have the investment. That's why journaling and going to the gym and shit like that is important because it builds you up. It makes you a more capable person. And it makes you more likely to achieve what you want to achieve. If you just focus on the business itself and like just like what I said earlier, like just the art stuff, you could do it. And I'm not saying it's impossible. You could still do it, but it's gonna be a lot harder and a lot less efficient. There's people who are really good at things, but just because you're really good at something doesn't mean you should make it a business. Because that is a whole different skill set. Like you could be fucking amazing at like working out and like nutrition and shit. But if you don't know how to manage a business, you're not gonna be able to make a business off of it. It's just not gonna fucking happen. Because you're not a businessman. You're I guess a bodybuilder. I don't fucking know, nutritionist. You're not a fucking businessman. You're not an entrepreneur. So yeah, it's not gonna fucking succeed. You need to adopt the mindset and the habits of these people to actually become them. You fucking jerk off, eat fast food, and text girls for fucking 24 hours a day. You are going to become a loser. If you adopt the habits of a loser, you are going to become a loser. You adopt the habits of a fucking millionaire, guess what? You're becoming a fucking millionaire. It's all in the mind. Like, this is the fucking thing that no one understands is that everything that happens in your life is determined by your mindset. Your mind, what happens in here, yourself is what you need to change before anything in the outside. Before you fucking do anything else, change your insides. Change who you are, how you think, how you view yourself. That is the most important step. People want to know fucking specifically. How do I do this? Give me step by step. Like, dude, it literally just come naturally if you just adopt the right mindset. Find someone that you want to be like and simply participate in the activities that they do. I'm not kidding. It's that fucking simple. You doesn't have to be all at once. So do one habit at a time. Start off by going to the gym. That's what I did. Start by going to the gym and then start journaling and then or read. And then you can start doing stuff like meditating, cold showers. It doesn't have to be all at once. Just do one habit at a time, but make sure these are habits of the people you want to imitate. In the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, he talks about how the habits are literally what like build up your identity. No one even like that fucking. It's so simple. Like it sounds like oh no shit, but like it fucking blew my mind when I read that because holy shit, the things I do for my identity. So if I just change the things I do, my habits, I change my fucking identity. Isn't that fucking like it? It's so simple and easy to understand. Like no one fucking gets it, man. No one gets it. Like the things that you do determine your identity. So start forming better habits and become the ideal vessel that would eventually make a successful business. Like, yeah, why wouldn't I create a successful business? I value my time. I read, I journal, I work out, I make sure I don't eat fucking shit so my mental health isn't garbage. Like, of course I become successful. Why wouldn't I? I live the lifestyle, and by lifestyle, I don't mean buying expensive shit. I mean, like, the actual productive habits. Like, If I do that shit, of course, why wouldn't I? You almost feel like a little bit entitled, like it was bound to happen anyway. It was gonna fucking happen no matter what because that's my identity. That's who I am. Anyway, this video was a little bit longer. It's my longest video so far. I hope you guys liked it. Really though, work on yourself. Stop focusing on all the little specific, oh, how do I do that? How start off by just focusing on yourself. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Alright, that's it guys. Take care.